Oh, all right. Whew. Sorry, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. um, some crazy stuff going on tonight, so had to kind of like get all my ducks in a row and whatnot before I jumped on this live and have some conversations with some people. Very important. LP. Yeah, we hit 1.16 the other day, earlier in this week. Just ran from all the way upstairs on the second floor all the way down to the basement. So I'm a little out of breath. Anthony, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming. And yes, Saturday Morning Comics, Big Purple Void. I know. I went to look back and check it, and I was like, hey, I need to get down there. The 5 minutes is up. And here with me tonight is Alex. What's up, buddy?
Hello. How are you doing,
So
Chris?
I'm doing good. It's kind of been a crazy day. So we started our bathroom remodel yesterday because we're getting ready. We were just getting ready. We wanted to get it done anyways. And all of the stuff was kind of like, oh, this estimate's huge. This one's huge. Like, we don't want to spend 10 to 15,000 on our bathroom, especially when we're thinking about selling our house. So then we were like, okay, how can we do this? We can reface it and make it look nice without actually changing anything around. So as you can see behind me over there is some insulation that's going to be going in the walls and stuff. And then, so we're basically gutting the whole thing, but keeping the layout and stuff so it can stay pretty cheap. It's going to be, we cut it down from a $12,000 estimate, a $15,000 estimate, all the way down to about $2,000.
What's up, Cade?
Always, Cade.
Hi, Annie. Happy. Yeah, I guess you could sell, like, if you're going to sell your house, I know, like, a good marketing ploy you could use.
Yeah.
I've seen on YouTube.
So then that brought us to tonight, and we a couple houses kind of like popped up, and we're like, you know what, let's go look at them. We're almost ready to sell. We just have to finish this bathroom, like patch up some siding and stuff. Let's see what's going on with these houses. And we just got off the phone with our realtor. We're going to put in an offer on Monday for one of the houses.
Oh, wow,
so
that's
kind of,
nice.
Yeah. The real estate market up here is absolutely crazy. So the house we looked at last weekend was going for $275 and got offers of $300, $325, like $30,000 to $50,000 over asking. It's absolutely insane.
How much was it over asking again? Sorry, I missed that.
$30,000 to $50,000 over.
Damn.
Yeah. So thank you, Anthony. We're hoping for good news Tuesday. And that would actually be really cool because like there's a finished basement there and it's got like some really nice walls and stuff. So it would finally be a true comics lounge and whatnot. And we could have a ton of fun with it.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah,
I wish you the best.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
So
buying
that's
a house
my big news.
Stressful. Yay.
And then that brings us into the crazy new things that are happening this year with these guys. Marvel.
Are we invited to your housewarming party? Just all of us
If you
show
want
up.
to fly all the way from California to see the new house, I will not stop you.
Yeah, that YouTube will all go to party at Chris's house. Your wife will be like, what the hell is all these people doing here? So, honey, I can explain.
Alex said it was okay.
I think that's going to be your explanation. Like, I said it was okay. Like, as if she's going to accept it. Okay, as long as Alex says it's okay, it's fine.
Whatever. Alex said it. Whatever. Okay, cool.
She'll be like, who the hell is Alex? I just realized we're both wearing blue shirts.
Yeah. That wasn't planned at all. I promise you guys.
I swear. It's not planned.
So yeah, let's start talking Marvel and Disney Plus because it is absolutely crazy what has been announced lately, what's been going on lately with them. The first show that's coming out in 2022 isn't for a couple more months.
Hold on.
So obviously you've got like She-Hulk coming out soon. You've got, which has had some pretty big upticks in that price of the book.
Yeah.
My buddy's
He's
trying to
checking the
figure out when
magazine.
to sell his, and I said wait until like a week before the show comes out, put it up on eBay,
So
and
his
just
what again?
watch the bids go up. She-Hulk,
Oh, She-Hulk.
yeah, he's got a
Nice.
9.6 that he just graded, and
The
he's
first
like,
issue.
well, I'll give it to you for $500. I'm like, I don't want it. Number one, and number two, I would wait to sell that and get your money worth for it, because you're going to be kicking yourself when a 9.6 is going for 1,000 to 1,500 in a couple months.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The closest thing I got to a She-Hulk #1 is I have She-Hulk #2.
Okay.
That's the closest I've ever gotten to a #1.
There you go.
Yeah. So She-Hulk would be, yeah, that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also coming out is in the summer of 2022, Miss Marvel.
Mhm.
And Miss Marvel is actually a really cool character because she is the first Middle Eastern main character, I think, to ever be represented in comics, especially female. Am I right in saying that?
No, she's not the first. Well, she's the more popular one.
Okay.
So I just wrote a paper on it. Muslim representations. She's the more recognizable, most recognizable one.
Okay.
But there have been other female Muslim superheroes in mainstream comics. I think you are right. Like, I think she is the first to headline her own. Yeah, but she's not the. Yeah, but she's just more well known than the other ones.
Yeah.
And what also makes her very popular is that her representation has been really good.
Yeah.
As compared to other representations where it was more on the stereotypical side and sexualized and everything.
Yeah.
Now this one is and little and more focused on the religious aspect. But with her, she's not. She is part of her identity, but it's not solely on her. Like they're giving her like
Yeah.
personality and stuff.
I think that
So
was one of the coolest things about seeing her and playing as her in the Avengers video game.
Yeah.
Was seeing the not hatred, that's not the right word, but that like just feeling of disrespect that the father felt when Kamala wanted to do her own thing, and when Kamala wanted to be very superhero driven, and he's kind of like, why do you even care about these people? They don't care about you. And it's like, but that's not the case. She cares. It's not just that she cares about the people, she loves the lore behind it. Like that's one of the coolest parts about Kamala Khan, is that she's a nerd. She's a superhero geek in of itself. Like she is a nerd just like us, who would love to meet these guys in real life if they actually existed, and is geeking out the entire time that she sees them for the first time in the video game. And then to have her powers and get all of that, and it's just such a cool story. To downgrade it to just her religion and her nationality and stuff really does it a disservice. And I'm really glad that Marvel doesn't do that with her character.
Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't do that with the character either, and that's
What's
what
up, Weapon X?
Weapon X. People have been saying that too, like writers. Like I know a couple articles that are in this book written by Muslim scholars about Muslim superheroes. The essays that are about Kamala Khan say exactly that. What stood out was like it wasn't solely tied to her religion or beliefs.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Yeah, I think that's a really cool aspect of Kamala Khan. and like most and people who identify as Muslim, both male and female, have really had a great response for that. That they were
Yeah.
happy to saying that, oh, it's great that we have someone that's not like solely like tied to their identity or religion. That it's like more of gives them more of a personality and everything,
Yeah.
more character background. So yeah, it's really interesting. I can't wait to see her in her own show because I know her powers. Like she can transform her body and everything. I would like to see how they execute that in a Disney Plus show.
Oh, definitely. I'm really excited because I love like the giant hands and like the manipulation and all of that. I think it's just such an interesting um way to play it.
Yeah,
It's
and I
it's
guess
a really interesting ability that she has.
yeah, and I guess it was like how this plays out is going to give us like a hint, not like I mean like a hint of how it may look like when Mr. Fantastic comes in into play.
Yeah.
Because if they do this well, then that'll be really cool to see Mr. Fantastic on screen, knowing that
As if we
that'll
don't
look
see
cool.
him in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I heard that McAvoy and what am I gonna name? Person who played Jean Grey are
Oh, I
filming
don't
or
know her.
something.
I know who you're
I know
talking about, but I don't know
I
her
had her
name.
name. I had her name in my head earlier, but I'm blanking out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've
I'm
heard
gonna
Ian
look it.
McKellen. I just did a video on Tom Cruise as Iron Man because he was in the running for the casting of Iron Man. So Kevin Feige was like, "Oh, let's do a variant of Tom
Oh,
Cruise."
Sophie Turner.
That's who it is. Okay, yeah. Um,
Yeah, I
there's
saw that.
also a rumor of Mr. Fantastic from the original Rise of the Silver Surfer franchise, not the
Ooh.
newest Fantastic Four franchise. He could come back. I've heard Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, Nick Cage. He could
I
come
would love
back.
to. Yes, I want to see Nick Cage again as Ghost Rider. He did a really
I
good Ghost
loved him
Rider.
as Ghost Rider.
I
The
know. I
movies
love him.
weren't well written, but they were well exexecuted. I will say
Yeah,
that.
like I know, like the special effects I still like to this day,
Yeah,
and I think yeah, if he is entered in Marvel universe, Marvel has good writers, and I'm pretty sure
yeah.
his character will be more justice.
They treated the character very well in Agents of Shield, so it'd be interesting to
Yeah.
see how they do with
Ooh, that'd be
Nick
cool
Cage.
having
Yeah,
having two Ghost Riders,
I would love to
Robbie
see that.
Reyes
Yeah,
and Johnny Blaze. Yeah, Ghost Rider is one of my favorite characters too, Anthony. Like I
definitely.
think for me, he's tied with the Hulk and Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
They're tied for me for my all-time favorite characters. Not in
that
Blade.
too. That's
Blade in Blade.
also a possibility. There's been rumors that he's going to be in Multiverse, and then Blade is coming out. I want to say this year,
Mm,
or is that 2023?
I didn't see anything about Blade in this previews. So I think it might be 2023.
The really cool thing about Miss Marvel is that it's going to set up and kind of let us know and understand what is going to happen in the Marvels, the movie that's coming out later on.
Mm.
Um, and it's a really nice setup. I think that Marvel has a lot to do to nail down Captain Marvel as a contender, as like one of the best superheroes in the MCU. They did well with her in her own solo film. Obviously, that was one of the worst rated Marvel movies of all time so far, but I thought that based on what she did at the end of Infinity War and through Endgame, and showing that she's not an Avenger, she's a she's a galaxy character, she's a universal cosmic character, and
Mm.
that we could easily see her on different worlds and whatnot. She could bring the MCU further cosmic than the Guardians ever could.
Mm. Yeah.
And with Secret Invasion coming up soon, it's the sky's the limit, and I mean that with no pun intended. Even though there is a pun there, the sky's the limit for her. They could
Yeah.
do a ton with Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel and all of that.
I know that'd be really cool to see. And sorry, I was looking it up. If you're wondering why I was looking down, they said Blade will be filming like July of this year, so
Okay.
it'll probably be scheduled till 2023
Yeah.
if everything goes well.
I think a lot got pushed back due to Multiverse of Madness getting pushed until March. I
Hmm?
want to say it was March or
Yeah,
May. I can't remember. It's in that month. I know that much.
yeah, yeah. And plus, I think it's really cool with America Chavez too,
Yeah,
from other dimensions and everything. That will
definitely.
lead into more multiversal type stuff. Seeing that star portal, because star portals are the shape of stars. I think that's like
Yeah.
one of the coolest things.
And then
Like, forget Doctor Strange's circles. I want to see that star.
following that, so I was wrong. She-Hulk's based on this. I'm looking up at Yahoo, and this could have changed since this came out. I'm not quite. It's so hard to tell because everything is. Oh, this came out January 5th of this year, so it's probably the most up to date
Mhm,
that we're going to be able to find right now, especially with all of the shaking and moving that's been going on due to COVID and due to just everything else.
mhm,
Um, Moon Knight is set to come out after Marvels, and Moon Knight is going to see Oscar Isaac now move into the Marvel universe, not just the Star Wars universe, and try to bring out the multiple personality disorder that Moon Knight faces.
mhm.
And I don't know if you read the current Moon Knight run.
Oh,
Um,
I just got my current issues this week.
like this has been absolutely amazing. This
Oh,
is one of the
what issue is that?
Stormbreakers variants.
Oh, yeah. Which number is that?
Joshua Cassara.
Oh, is that number 3?
This is issue 4.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. I looked that up, but I decided to get the regular one.
Okay. Yeah, I've been absolutely loving this current Moon Knight run. I think it's genuinely um, getting after what Moon Knight is and was. Actually, Moon Knight was one of the first comics I ever read. I sat down on a train, picked up Moon Knight and Green Arrow on a train from New York City all the way to Rhode Island, and just I read both of those trade paperbacks 3 times through each.
Nice.
It was just that much fun, and I love the character. He's such an interesting character, and I
Yeah.
totally understand why people relate him to Batman. It's a very cool way to show someone who is dealing with multiple personality disorder,
Mhm.
but also the whole like Khonshu stuff is really interesting.
The Egyptian stuff, yeah,
Yeah,
I always found Egyptian mythologies and everything really interesting. So
yeah.
that's really cool. Like I'm excited at
Egyptian
Moon Knight.
mythology is amazing.
Yeah, because I know for a long time I read that for a long time. Well, I know they had talks with having Moon Knight as a movie years before, like I think in the early 2000s, but they didn't know how to um I think correctly, yeah, portray multiple multiple identity disorder,
Yeah,
multiple personality disorder, um, correctly and in the right way. I know that's the reason why they push back on making a Moon Knight movie or anything. But it's really cool that they're doing it now, and I hope they execute it really well.
for sure. There's actually I've learned that or I've heard that there's rumors that Moon Knight might actually come out in February
This month? No, this year.
this
This
year.
month. This month is January. I was like, what the
This
fuck?
year in a couple weeks because they've
Oh
got
shit!
4 months before um, Doctor Strange is set to come out, so that's enough time to get
I would love
a
to see.
show out there.
I want Moon Knight as soon as possible. Like I've been waiting for that.
Yeah,
And who knows? Maybe more in Doctor Strange, Moon Knight Mark Spector might show up with Poe Dameron next to him. We don't know. Get real multiversal in here. So here's
yes,
my
I do.
question: do you think Disney is launching a lot of these Marvel characters and shows on Disney Plus to gauge the audience viewership of those characters and then move them to the big screen. Yes,
Yes.
I've been thinking about that. Like, I thought that was the whole thing. I thought that was the whole purpose of this when they first came out with these shows. Oh well, with the newer stuff. Well, actually, no, none of this is really interesting. Introducing any new characters. I mean, I thought that was always the plan with these new shows like Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Midnight,
Hmm.
was to gauge them, to who will make it. Because I know, like with Netflix, I think they said before they canceled it, that's what they were doing with Netflix too, to gauge which ones
Yep.
they want to have on the big screen.
Yeah.
And we already have Daredevil, Matt Murdock on the big screen. I think they would have plans with him.
And then
And I
Disney was
also,
like, "Hey, we're gonna come out with our own streaming service. You should stop doing this over here and do this for us."
yeah, and I also heard that Jessica Jones, they're having talk, well, there's been talks that Jessica Jones may
Yeah,
enter the
I've heard that
MCU
too.
with Kristen Witter coming back,
I
and
I would love for that to happen.
you know, and maybe there might be
Luke
a Punisher,
Cage,
Luke Cage.
Punisher. He played the Punisher
I
so
know, I love
well.
Josh Bernthal.
Yeah,
That they like he like yes, I love that. And I don't know, maybe Iron Fist. I will give Iron Fist another chance if they have better writing.
I thought the actor for Iron Fist was really a, a very good casting. I'm not gonna say that it was phenomenal. I think that there are many actors out there that could really do Iron Fist very, very well.
Yeah,
But I agree. I think the writing just wasn't there. It
and
was
they need to up the fight
a
scenes
lot of
too.
fan service.
Yeah,
We're bringing Iron Fist in, so everyone's going to love it, and we'll do all the fun stuff with Iron Fist, and it all just kind of fell flat because as soon as you learned who Iron Fist was and you kind of learned his story, it moves to the Defenders, and the Defenders was just a very rocky show, and I feel like
yeah,
a lot of that was because they were basing it just on Iron, or not just on Iron Fist, but like they were
yeah,
basing it around him too much and not around
yeah,
the team as a whole.
yeah. Like the
And
Iron Fist series for me felt a little bit lackluster. I mean, it was I don't
yeah,
know, like I knew who he was. I don't know. I think what for me, what did it was two things or three things. One, the writing. Two, the fight scenes were dull. I thought it would be like I thought they would step up their game because he's supposed to be martial arts master, and it'd be I thought it'd be next tier Daredevil stuff. And three was um they made um Danny Rand's character a little whiny,
yeah.
and that I don't know that did not sit well with me. I
Um,
think that's what kind of made it weird
I agree.
for me, and like, cause dude, like, why are you whiny?
Yeah,
Like, it kind of reminded me like Star Wars. Like they made Anakin kind of whiny,
it was
and
a
it's
cool
like,
origin story, but I agree it was
yeah,
whiny. So
and
going off of this,
yeah,
what Weapon X was asking, I think that that's one of the main things they're doing. So they're doing it for two reasons. One, to take an old character from phase 1 through 3 and transition them into phase 4, like what they did with Wanda, like what they did
mm,
with Vision, like what they did with Falcon Winter Soldier,
mm,
Loki. All of those characters, they did a really good job of transitioning them into phase 4. Hawkeye was phenomenal.
yeah. I love
Um,
Hawkeye. Oh
the
yeah, like
villains the
yeah,
villains and the new characters like Sylvie, Mortis, um, all of those characters, I think they're doing a really good job of introducing them and saying, I wonder how the audience is going to react to this. Should we let this girl live in Falcon Winter Soldier, or should we just be done with that character and call it a day? Let the
yeah,
Flag Smashers die and just be done with it there.
yeah.
Um, and
Like I
and you
heard
know,
that King is gonna be in Ant-Man.
yep,
Like
same
apparently there's a
actor.
picture with the image, and it's supposed to be him in like in his
Yeah,
gear, like
which it
purple.
should be amazing. He played that character so well that
Yeah.
felt like a movie in of itself. That
Hmm.
one scene from the time they arrived to the time Sylvie killed him felt like a movie. because it was
Oh,
so well done.
yeah, I agree. It felt amazing.
And it lasted so long. It's only like a 10-minute scene, but it felt like half an hour.
I know, and I wasn't, and I didn't, and I wasn't bothered by it at all. Like I
Yeah.
enjoyed those, it being because there's some scenes like like feels like forever. Like come on, and this one I
Yep.
didn't mind. I was like, damn. It's
There's
like
not many scenes in the MCU that give me goosebumps, but every time I've watched that scene, it gives me goosebumps because it's like, oh my God, what is to come? Who's the big bad that's about to arrive? Kang's obviously coming, but Kang doesn't just come by himself. Like, there's more than just him that has to show up because yes, he's an Avengers level threat. Yes, like a multiversal war would be an Avengers level threat. But what else is coming? Like, what made Kang want to even go back in time and do this? Like, where, like, are we going to get Galactus soon? Is he going
I
to be
hope
the
so.
next big 3-phase villain? Um, like, I don't know. It's amazing to see how this phase is playing out. And
And if
I
it's
don't think this
Galactus,
phase is shitty. I think it's a really sweet phase of Marvel that it's kind of like phase one all over again.
yeah, and if it's Galactus, that'd be cool to see the Silver Surfer again, and of course the Fantastic Four. I mean, I don't know. I think Galactus would be really cool to see on the big screen. Like we kind of got a hint of how like giant characters are portrayed now, like with the Eternals, of
Yeah.
how huge that is. But that giant character is like I don't know. I thought visually it was really nice. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that visually. Like, dang, like if this is how huge they were they gonna make it, and not just like a cloud, like what they did with Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. Like, I can't wait to see
Yeah.
what Galactus is gonna look like if they keep him in his human form or in a form that we know him.
Yeah. You mean
We all
Galactus
remember.
won't be just a giant space cloud of space dust floating through the world, sucking the life out of planets for no reason?
I know that was fun. I mean, I wish they bring it back, but I kind of want the human version.
Silver Surfer was such a well done movie, though.
I know. I
Up,
like the
up
way
until
he
you
looked.
found out what Galactus looked like, it was so well done.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. Like, I like the way it was done. It was entertaining. I loved it. I like the
Yeah.
way they made the Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah.
I know. I just recently, I think last week, I finished. I watched that Fantastic Four on Disney Plus.
Which one?
Kind of the original one.
Okay. The good one?
I, yeah, I can't stand the other one.
I've never been able to watch it all the way through.
I remember. Well, I'll get back to that very quick. But very quick, because I'll go on a tangent if I don't get this out. I watched it. It still holds up for me. Still holds up. And I forgot how like kind of cheesy it was that time. It was a good
Yeah.
cheesy for me. It was on Disney Plus. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't have the Rise of the Silver Surfer on there yet. I'm pretty sure they'll put it
Mm,
on there soon. Yeah. But anyway, back to the other one. I remember I went to go see it with my sister, and we're watching because I wanted to see it, and she wanted to see it. So it was like, oh, let's go see it next week when it first came out. I that experience alone was just why. Because I told my sister, and she agrees with me. Like it felt like this. Like, it was like going up, like leading up to a climax. When it reaches like,
yeah.
it just happened so fast. It was why, and it is there was no substance there.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like they're trying. There was too much going on, and there was no really coherent story, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And and it felt so cheesy. I hated it when he says like
It was
fantastic,
corny as hell.
like say that again. It's like I think like, if it's corny stuff, it just ruins it for me. And I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like that actor too for some reason. I just don't like
Which
him.
one?
The guy who played Reed Richards.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
think he was a good choice for him.
Not at all.
For some reason, I think he always looks like he will play a douchey character for some reason.
Yep.
Just for me personally, that's how he looks. Like I'm pretty sure
And
he has other good movies, but for that, like that look was not the look I wanted for Reed Richards.
Reed Richards is a very smart douche.
Yeah,
Like he has to look a certain age, he has to look a certain intellect, he has to be just so full of himself that you want to love him, just like Iron Man was.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like and plus, like I think he was too young of an actor to
yeah.
play Reed Richards. Like gotta head to work. Just want to show up for a few. Have fun, everyone. Oh, bye, Anthony. Have a good time at work.
See you, buddy. Your
Yeah,
books are
like
on their way, I promise. With all the crazy stuff that's been happening lately with COVID and whatnot, I just have not had time to send those books off. But your books are on their way very soon. I promise.
they will get to you with confetti. Like congratulations.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Reed Richards, I know they went too young. Like the actor who played him in the original movies, he did good. Like it was a good choice for that character. Like, he looked like Reed Richards,
Yeah.
and I like that. So and they're all about the same age group, so it was good. I like Michael B. Jordan was okay in that
I
was in
just
that
didn't
movie.
like I didn't like how they wrote him. Like,
Michael B. Jordan's character.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was adopted and all of that, and
Wait, he was adopted or she was adopted? Because the father's
I honestly can't remember it now.
yeah.
It's been so
Kinda,
long since I've seen it. And like I
you know
said, I've
those
never watched it all the way through
yeah.
because I can't. It just baffles me. I might go watch it tonight just to relive that horror, but um honestly, Michael B. Jordan's career, if he didn't do Black Panther 2, would probably never be in another superhero movie. I
Yeah.
honestly like
Well, his career
the
for
way that they
superheroes,
wrote
yeah.
that character was just so poorly written that Michael B. Jordan, with his amazing acting, could not save that character as hard as he tried.
I know. Like he doesn't like. Thank God he had movies like Black Panther and
Yeah.
Creed and like those big walls to show his acting skills. Um, Saved him.
I feel like he's he's the Marvel version of Ryan Reynolds trying to erase Green Lantern.
Oh my god, I was just talking to my mom about that with Deadpool 2 when he shoots himself
Yes.
in the head. He's all happy with his work. Yes. Shot in the head.
So
Oh yeah, and also the
speaking,
thing. The thing like I did not like the way
yeah,
the thing looked. The thing from
he didn't look like the Thing.
the original Fantastic Four, the bodysuit and everything, that was really good.
Yeah,
Like that's the thing. Like I was telling my brother, I rather them spend money on props and set making and costumes than CGI because
yep,
some they look better than CGI.
yeah,
The Thing's original costume looks so much better.
and just the storyline in the two originals was just so phenomenally done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that it made me long for this Silver Surfer to come to the MCU, the Fantastic Four to come to the MCU,
Mm-hmm.
just different version, just different characters, and like I can't wait to see um, She-Hulk in the MCU because that's another character like that has never really gotten her just dues. Like she is
Mm-hmm.
such an underrated character in my opinion, and she's a really interesting character. And
Yeah,
so that's coming out later in 2022, but
She
then
Hulk is going to be good. And I like. I'm gonna see.
yeah,
I read that the Abomination is going to be in there.
which makes sense to
Mm.
bring him back in that after bringing him back for Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and then
That scene
Hulk
in
is going to be in
Shang-Chi was
there.
so cool.
I know. I like that they gave him the gills or the little
Yeah,
fish things. I love how like it's like a throwback to the original. They gave him that
definitely.
little that speedo.
And now that James Gunn has officially finished his Suicide Squad Peacemaker, What do you think of him doing a holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy? Are you excited for that one?
Very quick. Did they release all the episodes all at once for Peacemaker?
Just 3.
Just 3?
Yep.
Okay. Uh,
I don't know
so
how many episodes it's going to be, but
I've been
it's
wondering
DC,
that.
so who gives a shit?
Yeah, I've been wondering that. I don't know, but very quick, I don't know why. I don't know. It seems kind of unnecessary that there's a Peacemaker because there's no way you can go with it because we
Yeah.
all know what happens to him. But then, oh, I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna say it's been out for a while.
It's almost
He
6
dies.
months now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he dies. I mean, I don't know. I want to see it, but then also like kind of think, like, what's the point? I mean, I don't want to fall in love with the show because it might be
Yeah.
really good, and then knowing like they can only go so far, and knowing that what he did, Suicide Squad, it seems
And like
weird.
you can relate it back to Black Widow and say, well,
Yeah.
they did Black Widow after she died, but like they did that to bring out Florence Pugh
Mhm.
as the new, like the White Widow, another Black Widow. And honestly, I mean, unless you're going to come out with a new Peacemaker, which doesn't make sense either, what is the point of this show?
I know, that's what, like, it's just weird.
Is it just?
I mean, that's what
and
I think.
I just think that James Gunn is such a big fan of this character that he thought he needed more time on screen. And I'm okay with that. If it's a good enough story and whatnot, I'll watch it. But at the same time, once again, DC is shooting themselves in the foot because, as you're saying, there's only so far you can take this.
Yeah.
You can't take it any further than that.
How about they came out the new show or no. What's Idris Elba's character? Bloodsport?
Bloodsport.
Something Bloodsport.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool that he had his own show. Or even Ratcatcher.
I think he should have gotten his own show.
Yeah, or Ratcatcher. I mean, I would like to see some more of that. Or King Shark.
Yeah.
Heroes that stay alive.
Yeah. I thought Bloodsport was a very well done character in that. That Spot guy, he was so well done in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, honestly, I when he died, I was so pissed.
I know, me too. I wanted him to live.
Yeah.
I really wanted him to live. I was rooting for him.
For sure.
Yeah. But
he was just one of those very well done characters.
Oh yeah.
And that was not an easy role to play.
It was not. It was not. I was kind of iffy because he seemed like one of more of those out there characters.
Yeah.
Like, why should we care about him? But
exactly.
They did it. They did it well. They made him funny. They gave him a backstory without dwelling too much on it.
Yep.
And
it was that beautiful balance.
Yeah, I loved his character. I was sad when he died. Damn.
For sure. It was one of those moments where it's like, wait, did they really just kill off the character that is probably one of the best in this whole movie?
Yeah. I was sad that they also killed Rick Flag.
Who?
Wasn't his name Rick Flag?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I was sad when they killed him. I was like, oh, I liked him.
For some reason, I heard Whiplash, and I was like,
oh, no. Who? No, Rick Flag, yeah. I was sad that they killed him, too.
Yeah.
How many people died?
I think that's what James Gunn was going for, was just that like shock factor of, hey, this guy's dead. Now he's dead. Now we're going to kill off 40 people. But they didn't need to actually kill those people.
In their first scene.
Yeah.
That was so unexpected. I laughed so hard.
The funniest part about this, and the one that kind of shows how poorly compiled DC is while James Gunn was writing this and shooting it and filming and like everything, even editing, he had no idea that Birds of Prey played out the Joker Harley storyline of Joker breaking up with Harley. He had no clue.
Wow.
Because he refused to go see Birds of Prey. He goes, that's a shit movie. I'm not gonna go watch it. I'm like, How bad is it that your own director won't even go see the movie that came out before the movie he's directing?
Damn.
And I don't know that it's truly he wouldn't go see it, or if it's just like he didn't know that it came out, or Birds of Prey just came out so discreetly that like he had no idea, or the script was written at the same time. Like, I don't know the whole story, but from what it sounds like is like he just didn't want to go see it.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to your question about the holiday special, that's interesting. Ready to head out. Thanks, guys. It was fun. Oh, nice to see you, Weapon X.
Yeah, Weapon X. Check out the rest of the channel. Subscribe and join today. If get in where you fit in. There's 3 different levels of loungers, so that way everyone has the chance to become a lounger.
Yeah, you get a cool symbol.
Who would?
Well, if you would, what, join
No,
the
I'm guessing
channel?
that was right around when we were talking about Birds of Prey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, the Christmas special I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out. Like,
I think it's just gonna be a funny joke.
yeah, like when I was Christmas special, I thought of Star Wars Christmas special, and we all know how that turned out. Even though I've never seen it, I wish there was a copy out there that I can see.
Yeah. I think it's actually on Disney Plus now.
No,
there's a lot of.
The last time I checked, it was a Lego special.
There's that one, but I also think there's a lot of Star Wars Legacy stuff now too. Like the old shorts and whatnot that they put up there.
Yeah, they have the Ewoks. They have the old Ewok movie, the old Ewok show. Yeah. Look amazing. I want to watch them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be really
special?
cool to see. I'm on the Star Wars Vintage. No special. They have the droids, Caravan of Courage, which is the Ewoks the Battle for Endor. The Story of the Faithful Wookiee, Ewoks, Clone Wars 2D micro series. So yeah, no special yet. Maybe they will. Maybe George Lucas will be. Oh wait, no. What? Maybe he will release it. I was talking about
George. The Star Wars one, yeah.
Yeah, but James Gunn. I think that's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully they release it around Christmas time, not just like November.
You got to admit though, it would be totally Guardians of the Galaxy-esque if
in July
they release it like in July.
In July. Oh shit!
And Rocket's just like, "What's Christmas? Is it happening now? Let's have it now."
It'd be fun. Like Peter Quill just explains to them what Christmas is. Like gather around, children.
What I hope it is kind of like the original Guardians of the Galaxy, where they have to escape the prison, and each one of them have to get something different.
That'd be funny.
And Rocket like tells them what to go get for Christmas, and like Peter just walks in like with like an eye and a leg, and I think though it's gonna be something like the Guardians Save Christmas or somewhere along those lines. There hasn't been much released about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for it mainly because I just want to see how it plays out. Maybe they'll all get into it, maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no release date yet for it, but hopefully it is around that time. Which then leads us into the I Am Groot special, which from the looks of it, it's just going to be shorts. So kind of kid related, but
probably like
I'm
5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, maybe
little 10-minute episodes for kids. But
maybe it's him doing random stuff. Is it him as a little plant? Is it going to be him as a little plant?
Yeah. So the thing is basically like teenage Groot, baby Groot. I wonder if it's just going to be like little episodes of what he does growing up.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking probably little misadventures he has, like by himself, going places, and
getting lost.
Going probably being with other people, causing
Yeah,
like being in the crosshairs of stuff, situation.
that's my hope.
Yeah, that's
Is it?
always fun to see. Like,
Yeah. And like I
especially if he's
said,
just a
phase four
plant.
is just a nice transition into whatever's coming next for these characters. And
Yeah.
in phase three, we're gonna see, I think it's King Groot or like a big version of adult Groot. So this would be
Oh
a really
yeah,
cool
King
way
Groot.
to transition from Guardians 2 into Infinity War and Endgame and beyond to see where Groot's gonna be when Volume 3 comes out.
Yeah, I like the design of King Groot. I would love to see that. He's like all buff.
Yeah.
Like I know he's not buffed out, but it looks like it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting way to portray Groot when he's big as can be, and we almost kind of saw that in Guardians 1 where he like has the branches on his shoulders and the spikes and all of that, but it wasn't like that menacing level. It was kind of just really angry Groot. To
Yeah.
see him get like to a whole new like Super Saiyan level Groot would be so cool.
Yeah. So it's just the way you describe. I can imagine like glowing Super Saiyan, him having like white leaves.
Hey
I
Rocket,
am
what's his power
Groot.
level? Over 9,000.
They'll be like, I am Groot. It's like fireball, fireball.
So, out of all of those that we just talked about, what's your favorite? What's the one you're going to watch the second it comes out and that you would do like watch parties for?
Moon Knight
Moon Knight?
and
That'd be so sweet.
Miss Marvel.
Okay.
To be honest, those would be my top two. Like I love She-Hulk, but from the trailer, I wasn't really as hyped up for it.
Yeah.
Besides seeing Hulk there, but maybe if there's more, might change. But for as of right now, it's Miss Marvel and Moon Knight that I'm really excited for
Same.
to see. Yeah,
I can't wait to see Kamala Khan adapted
Yeah.
onto TV. Well, just any screen, really. Big screen, small screen, whatever you want to call it.
on the small screen. Oh, it depends on what screen you have.
Yeah.
Like for you, you have like giant projector. I'm gonna see that on your
Yep.
story on Instagram. It's like, dang, he has like a whole outside movie thing going on.
If we move, we won't have that, but we'll build a
Oh,
new one. We'll make it work.
you'll make it work.
The house we're looking at actually has something that we could build pergola off of it. And I said to my wife, I was like, hey, we could build a pergola right off that little trellis that they built. And she goes, oh, yeah, we could. I go, yeah, I built that for your birthday, and now you want to sell the house.
Oh, how did
But,
that conversation go from there?
Oh, no, she knew I was joking with her.
I
She's
know, I was
like,
like,
you
you
know
guys have
we
to go
had
on
to
the
sell the
couch?
house. It was getting too small. I said, I know, but I'm still going to give you crap for it.
No, he's like, fuck it, I'm taking this with me. Just take it down.
It technically is movable. It's just kind of bolted into the cement, and then the bolts are through the wood. So, I mean, it is movable technically. It's just not easy to do, and it's probably not light at all.
Yeah, it's the question. It's the question of whether you want to put the effort into it.
Exactly. And the answer is no. I would rather rebuild it from scratch.
But look at it. You could sell the house for like probably more because of that addition.
Yeah, it's definitely it's more of a appealing thing. It's not really going to increase the value. It's kind of just like, hey, this house has this because we have a deck that has a handicap ramp on it for my little brother. So it increases the value slightly, and the appeal of the first floor being handicap accessible.
Definitely, because you have
amazing.
more of a market range.
Exactly.
Too.
And then
it opens
the
it up
pergola
to
just
more.
adds a little bit more, like when someone looks at it, like, wow, that really stands out because like you can see it from the street too. So that makes it really cool.
Yeah.
But
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have any problems selling the house. I wish you the best luck with that.
In this market, literally houses are going up on a Monday and accepting an offer the next week. Yeah. It's insane. Like when we bought this house, we saw it talked about it, brought my grandmother to come see it with us to kind of, because she was helping us with the first offer, because like we were brand new to home buying. And what she goes, well, I'm going to give you guys this gift. This is part of my wedding gift to you guys. And we ended up doing that. But then, so we looked at it with her, and then brought in my wife's father, who is a maintenance guy who's been doing stuff like this for almost his entire life.
Nice.
And he was like, if you don't buy this house, I'm buying this house, because this house is in mint condition. And I was like, okay. So that kind of sealed the deal. But like now you go look at a house for 15 minutes and someone else is looking at the house the next 15 minutes. Like, it is absolutely insane.
And that is insane.
They're basically like kicking out these homeowners for like Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and saying, we're showing your house nonstop. Find somewhere else to go and make sure it looks clean.
So basically, make sure you have another house bought, because it'll be sold that quick.
Exactly. But anyways, cool. Yeah, it should be really awesome. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm sorry that I was a little bit late, but it's a crazy night, and I got to go get more demo done so we can start building the bathroom tomorrow, hopefully.
Pimp out your bathroom.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some really cool stuff this week.
Yes, have a good night, everyone.
See ya.